Shalom. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Ha, Racha, Kodash, Ma'amah. Double honors to the elder apostles of GMS and their elders. Double honors to my elder, Aharawan Banyasharala of the Lions Den Camp, located here in Jacksonville, Florida. Salutations to the sincere Akim, pushing his truth and sincerity around the four corners of this earth. I'm Nakar Harab Banyasharala, coming out of the Lions Den Camp of Yasharala, located here in Jacksonville, Florida. And now today I'll be coming out with a lesson, and it is off this article. And it says, North Korean leader Kim leads rocket drills that simulate a nuclear counterattack against enemies. And that's just the truth. These other nations, they know a war is coming because the sound of battle is in the land. And Salakia, mute that. But they know a war is happening, so that's why you have all these nations doing what they're doing. That's why you have all these nations retrofitting and or upgrading or equipping their brigandine, i.e. their armies, with nuclear capabilities. Because this last woe, this third world war, that's how it's going to be fought. It's going to be fought with the press of a button. Nuclear missiles. It ain't going to be fought like World War I and World War II or any historic battle before that, when there was sword and shield and men yelling and running and thrusting each other through and cutting off arms and head. No, this is going to be a totally different war. The times have changed, but this is the Lord's judgment. This is his destruction that is soon to happen to Babylon, America, and in certain places around the four corners of the earth as well. So without further ado, let's get right into it. It says, North Korean leader Kim Jong-un supervised salvo launches of the country's super large multiple rocket launcher that simulated a nuclear counterattack against enemy targets. State media said Tuesday, adding to tests and threats that have raised tensions in the region. And of course tensions are raised because you got Babylon over there with the tomfoolery over there in what that is, the Taiwanese Strait between China and Taiwan and the Philippines and all the area over there. All that tomfoolery going on over there. Of course, and of course whose fault it is. Edom. And it is what it is. That's why tensions have been risen. And of course, tensions are going to be raised up because the Lord's words are coming to fruition. The third woe cometh quickly. The valley of Jehoshaphat. All of those things are prophecy. But let's continue. It says the report by North Korea's official Korean Central News Agency came a day after the South Korean and Japanese military detected the North firing what they suspected were multiple short-range ballistic missiles from a region near its capital, Pyongyang, towards its eastern seas. Since analysts say North Korea's large-sized artillery rockets blur the boundary between artillery systems and ballistic missiles because they can create their own thrust and are guided during delivery. Sound like an ICBM to me. It says the North has described some of these systems, including the 600 millimeter multiple rocket launchers that were tested Monday, as capable of delivering tactical nuclear warheads. And that's just the truth. They're ramping up their armies to deliver these warheads. It says the KCNA said Monday's launches represented the first demonstration of the country's nuclear weapons management and control system, called Hakbang Show, or nuclear trigger. The report described the drill as aimed at demonstrating the strength and diverse attack means of North Korea's nuclear forces amid deepening tensions with the United States and South Korea, which it portrayed as warmongers, which would be an accurate explanation of Babylon America, raising tensions in the region with their combined military exercises. And that's really truly what's going on. But let's continue. It says state media photos showed at least 4 rockets being fired from launch vehicles as Kim watched from an observation post. It said the rockets flew 352 kilometers, 218 miles before accurately hitting an island target, and that the drill verified the reliability of the system of command, management, control, and operation of the whole nuclear force. They're just testing, they're just making sure everything is right. So when it come time, it'll go off without a hitch. KCNA said Kim expressed satisfaction, saying that the multiple rocket launches were as accurate as a sniper's rifle. He said the drill was crucial for preparing our nuclear force to be able to rapidly and correctly carry out their important mission, Salakia, of deterring a war and taking the initiative in a war in any time and any sudden situation. So they're practicing. The comments reflected North Korea's escalatory nuclear doctrine. It's not a nuclear doctrine. These nations are legit getting ready, which authorizes the military to launch preemptive nuclear strikes against enemies if it perceives the leadership is as under a threat. And that's good, actually. You really want to look at it, because when it comes down to dealing with Esau and these devils, you just got to perceive that they going to try something anyway. So you got to be ready to F them up off the rip. But let's continue, though. It says South Korea's Joint Chiefs of Staff said the weapons from Monday's launches flew about 300 kilometers, 185 miles before crashing in the water between the Korean Peninsula and Japan. The ranges suggest that the weapons would likely target sites in South Korea. The latest launches came as South Korea, as South and the United States have been conducting a 2-week combined aerial exercise that continues through Friday, aimed at sharpening their response capabilities against North Korean threats. Man, you ought to know why North Korea getting ready. They getting ready to destroy Babylon. That's what they getting ready for. That's what the Lord is allowing to happen. Let's continue. It says, when asked about the North Korean claims, Lee Sung-jun, spokesperson of South Korea's Joint Chiefs of Staff, said it remains unclear whether the North perfected the designs for small battlefield nuclear weapons that could fit on its rockets. It's been perfected. It's being perfected. He insisted the North was likely exaggerating the accuracy of its multiple rocket launcher system, and that South Korea would be able to detect and intercept such weapons without elaborating on specific missile defense and capabilities. They won't. When it's all vague like that, they won't. They're going to get messed up. South Korea better wise up. Lee said it was possible that the North used the drill to test multiple rocket launches it potentially plans to export to Russia. See, that's that propaganda again. As the countries expand their military cooperation in the face of separate, intensifying confrontations with Babylon America, the United States, the U.S., and South Korea have accused North Korea of transferring artillery shells, missiles, and other munitions to Russia to help extend its war fighting in Ukraine. That ain't it. Korea is part of BRICS, so they're now doing business together. Of course they're gonna do that, but it's a little bit more in this article, but I'm gonna just read it to this point. And it says North Korea in recent months has maintained an accelerated pace in weapon testing as it continues to expand its military capabilities, while diplomacy with the United States and South Korea remains stalled because they don't deal with the United States or South Korea. Outside officials and analysts like it say Kim's goal is to eventually pressure the United States into accepting the idea of the North as a nuclear power and negotiating economic security and concession and economic and security sessions from a position of strength. And that's really what it is. This is basically let the weak say I am strong, which I will get, and then I will end. This is Joel chapter 3 verse 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. So it says proclaim it among the heathens, and that's what's going on right now. Proclaim it among these Gentiles, these heathen nations. It says prepare war. Prepare war means to make ready to go to war, and that's what Korea is doing. They're making ready to go to war. Wake up the mighty men, the soldiers, the top tier soldiers, the all of that. And it says, and let all the men of war draw near, let them come up, meaning band together, get ready, because it's gonna be a fight. Verse 10. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say I'm strong. And this is a perfect example of that. Because once upon a time, Korea was looked at as a weak nation. But now that it has joined BRICS and it is in direct partnership with Russia and China being the main two, that's what is going on with these small nations, or these other nations, I should say, like Korea. That's what's going on. Beat your plowshares into swords, meaning they're getting their arsenal up. They're getting their weaponry up to be used. It says, and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say I'm strong, meaning basically make ready, gather the weapons for war. Verse 11. It says, assemble yourselves and come all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about thither. Cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Yahweh. So it says, assemble yourselves. So the Lord is telling all these other nations, assemble themselves together. Get ready. Gather themselves round about. Meaning get ready for war. Because once they start World War III and they over there fighting in the Valley of Jehoshaphat, if you jump up to verse 2 of this same chapter, it'll tell you that the Lord is going to gather these nations and plead with them over there in the Valley of Jehoshaphat. But it says what? But assembling yourselves together, the heathen, gathering round about, cause the mighty ones to come down, O Lord. That's the Lord drawing these nations. And when they gather up together over there in the Valley of Jehoshaphat, guess what? That's when Yahweh Shai gonna show up, and he gonna show up with the heavenly host and wipe all that out. But let's continue. Verse 13. It says, put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. So everything is ready. Everything is set up and in place. Come get you down, for the press is full, the fats overflow, for the wickedness is great. So everything is ready. Everything is been put in place, and the Lord is just now shearing it up, lining it up, and making it so that it goes off without a hitch. Even though it's gonna go off without a hitch anyway, but the Lord is doing what he do. This is verse 12, yet again. Salaki, I think I skipped down. I skipped verse 12, my bad, Salaki. It says, let the heathen be wakened, and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. So that's what the Lord is going to do. He's going to gather them in the valley of Jehoshaphat. That is what this is leading to. And then I read verse 13 when it says, "Put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe," meaning get ready. Because things are about, it's like what the Kevin Hart joke was. You say it's about to go down. Well, it's about to go down. It says, "Put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come get you down, for the press is full. The fats overflow, for the wickedness is great." So everything is ready. Everything is getting made ready. Last point. Multitudes in the valley of decision, for the day of the Lord Yahweh is near in the valley of decision. That's the valley of Jehoshaphat. And then it keeps going. If you want to continue this chapter, it keeps going. It's talking about destruction and judgment. So yeah, we're gonna see more of this, and we're gonna see more nations ramp up and retrofit their brigandines, i.e., their armies, their military forces, with these nuclear capable not missiles, technology. And with that, shalom.